What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Game Changers Podcast with your boy Known G. I'm in here with Mayor Socrates and Boss Man Jay. Tonight we got a jam-packed show. We got Vlad with some accusations against Rock Nation. We got some more Epstien and Trump news. So sit back, grab your popcorn, grab your cigarettes, roll your blunts, and get you a drink. So we got a lot to tap into tonight. What's up, fellas?
Yeah.
What up?
So, Vlad last night, maybe about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock last night, maybe around 8 o'clock, somewhere sometime last night, late evening, he had jumped on to Twitter, on X, and made some crazy accusations against Tory Lane, or not Tory, but Rock Nation, and a whole bunch of accusations that they basically bribed everybody and their mama to make sure that he was locked up for the Megan Thee Stallion shooting. Now, there's a lot of debate if Vlad was serious, or is this just him trolling because of what a lot of people have been doing online, saying that Rock Nation is implicated in a whole bunch of stuff all the time. So it's
They
a back and
always
forth.
saying Rock Nation is the Illuminati, but if anybody in the Illuminati, I would think that Vlad is in there too. So I don't know what to believe with that.
Yeah. Control opposition, get people's feathers, ruffled, and have everybody talking. That's pretty much what it is. Obviously, there's no proof of that. He made the post, and then he had some other comments underneath the post saying that
He said, "I have a confession. The Mexican guy who stabbed Tory, who did you think paid him off to do that? You already know the answer to that. The 3 Supreme Court judges who denied Tory's appeal, all paid off by Rock Mafia." Jay also paid Trump not to pardon Tory. Even though it's a state case, Trump can only pardon federal cases, but knowing Trump likes to bend the rules, Jay wasn't taking any chances. I can't keep these lies secret anymore. If this is my last tweet, you know who silenced me. So he bribed Trump is what he's Vlad is alleging that Jay-Z bribed Trump, which is crazy.
yeah. So this is where a lot of people but we know Trump is on peer. We already know Trump's on 100% bullshit. So we just can't say, oh, this is just because we know how Trump get down. But all the people he implicated, judges, Trump, all kinds of different people, it's kind of hard to say that this was real. This was more so on the trolling side of things. But we're not going to sit here and say that these things could not happen. They all possibly could have happened.
Yeah.
But he also has some other comments. I don't know if production has those other comments that he put up. He actually had some pretty wild comments that he had.
This is another one. He said, "I'm seeing news reports that Kelsey's bodyguard came forward, said that Kelsey shot Megan, not Tory Lanez. The only problem is that Kelsey's bodyguard wasn't actually bodyguarding her the night of the shooting. His testimony is based on conversation he claimed he heard. 98% of appeals fall through. This isn't going to overturn Tory's conviction. If this were actually true, Tory should have taken the stand and said it. Also, the story doesn't match up with the jail call of Tory apologizing to Kelsey. You're an idiot if you think that someone sitting in jail is going to apologize to the person who put them there. And why would the shooter even do a jail call with the person who is being charged with their crime? And that's DJ Vlad. Shout out Natasha Marie. What's up? What's up? So just a lot of craziness, like you said. It's real. It's depending on who you want to believe. But my thing is, it must be two different Illuminatis. Because Vlad, you in it. You in it too. Don't act like you don't know what's going on.
I believe some of this shit, but I don't want to believe a lot of it because we know Vlad like to hear himself talk. And I ain't seen no video of him saying none of this stuff. With the way AI is today and with the way people can hack your page and shit, this might not even be Vlad. This could be somebody else saying all of this. So until I hear a video, then I'm just going. I do want to believe though, because I believe Jay-Z be into some sneaky shit like that. But production do got those other tweets, the comments that people was leaving and tweeting and shit.
So this was another one of the tweets from Vlad. He said, "I have a confession. Rock Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory, and they bribed the judge too. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. That's crazy. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragments. She was never shot. The LA police are all on Jay's payroll, and it doesn't stop with LA. But you're not ready to hear that part." So again, that would mean that Jay-Z is more powerful than Trump.
he said Jay-Z Epstien.
Man, it's crazy.
We get production to take this one down. So these are some of the comments that was up. That this is what he just read, and then they had this where he said that it's deeper than that. Jay-Z is everything. Replying to somebody named Zio. So I don't know, man. Until I hear Vlad come out and say this on one of his interviews or something like that, I don't. I want to believe it, but I can't believe it because the internet is something else, bro, with hiding shit. So I don't know. I just want Jay-Z to be blamed for something, though.
Yeah, I would say that whether it was Vlad or it wasn't Vlad, say his page was quote unquote hacked or whatever the case may be with that, it all comes down to what's going on currently with the Epstien files and why people are saying the things that they're saying now with certain things is because of what our country is trying to keep the elephants in the room, and that's the Epstein files. But nobody wants to acknowledge the elephant in the room. So
I don't think it's weird though. They're not like ever since the Diddy shit. I mean, the Epstein files have been came, but ever since the Diddy shit, like more and more stuff about different people just been coming out. Y'all don't think Diddy is the one that's leaking all this shit? Diddy. He said he gonna take everybody down with him.
I mean,
again, it must be two different Illuminatis. Like, how do they not? These people have to be connected. There's no way that one of them in it and he's going against this guy. No, you all are in it. So why?
Vlad said he came out because one of the because they had been paying him and one of the checks bounced. Like, so that right there alone makes me think that it's bullshit. Cause why would you leave a paper trail? Like, that doesn't make sense.
And he said he was getting paid in Bitcoin, so that right there.
Yeah, already. And then they said one of the checks bounced. So I'm like, all right, this got to be AI shit or somebody.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was in one of the comments. Somebody said, "Oh, they must stop paying you," and he said one of the checks down.
And that was actually Vlad's Twitter account.
I don't. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, so it has a
Was
check
it
mark,
real?
but I don't know because I can go and make me an account and get a fucking blue check and call it Donald Trump.
I think that was his real Twitter account, though.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I don't trust none of these motherfuckers. Because what was the other story we were talking about with the talent agency that was linked to all this Epstien stuff, and like you was talking about the other night on the show, Meritocracy, all around the world, everybody else is getting stripped of these positions, and things are happening to these people getting caught up in the Epstien files. They having to lose their position. They having to step down. They having to, but in America, there's been no accountability.
No,
when it comes to Epstien.
Nothing but a bunch of excuses to why they haven't done anything, and it just baffles me, bro.
Yeah. Well, that the talent agency you were talking about was the Wasserman talent agency. Basically connected in those Epstein files, and everybody is wondering, like, wow, like all these artists and all these actors and these top entertainers are under your agency, and you guys are connected to Epstein. So now the artists and entertainers, how are they not connected to this stuff if the top agency is connected to this man? And it's looking like he's even selling his agency. I don't know. I've seen different reports of this, and I don't know if this is confirmed all the way, but it's seeming like it's true that he's selling.
I think it is.
Yeah, that he's
it's
selling off.
Breaking. Wasserman Group founder Casey Wasserman will sell his talent agency, which represents A-listers from Coldplay to Brad Pitt, following his inclusion in the Epstein files.
But see, that's where the bullshit comes in at. So why aren't these Americans being stripped of their shit and losing their money? Like, so instead of him getting caught up in the shit and getting charged or something being taken from him, he gets to sell the shit. So he's still making money off of it. Like, I don't understand this shit, bro. Like, he shouldn't be able to profit off of this at all.
Well, it was a similar situation. It was a similar situation when Donald Sterling from the LA Clippers ended up having to sell the NBA team because of the NBA bylaws wanted him out. So he still profited because he made way more than he bought it for. So even though he was being punished, he was so-called being punished, he made money off of it. So I know.
Yeah, this shit's crazy.
It's just wild that you have like artists like Kendrick Lamar. He's a part of this talent agency. He's under them, and he made his tracks about Drake being a PDF file and this, that, and the third. And now the talent agency that he's connected to, the head of it seems to be connected to Epstein, which we know why he
is a mother effing PDF.
So it's just crazy how things kind of like go full circle a little bit, and you can't throw rocks and not think that that everything you say is legitimate. It's just at the end of the day, you're doing business with somebody that was connected with messing with underage children, and then you made millions of dollars and made the biggest hit of 2024 on dissing somebody on that same premise. So it's just crazy how like things kind of work.
So it says Casey Wasserman, chairman of the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics Organizing Committee, is selling his talent agency in the wake of the release of emails tying him to the Jeffrey Epstein controversy. In a memo to staff, Wasserman said he felt he had become a distraction to the company's work, and he will devote his full attention to the 2028 Olympic Games. So he's going to stay on as the Olympic game coordinator, but he's going to sell his agency.
But why would they want him to continue to do this when he's associated with Epstein? Like, that shit don't make sense to me. So he still gets to make money.
Well, you got, and then this is where I don't know why us as a society can't use our eyes and see what the reality of what we dealing with. That means that the Olympics don't care about Epstein. The city of LA don't care about Epstein.
Yeah, because they probably was helping them find little kids.
Well, I mean, the Olympics is a huge organization around the world, international organization that has all kinds of different people in all kinds of countries, and it's young kids that are training to get into the Olympics. So we don't really know, like, how deep the rabbit hole goes. I don't think we truly know.
You remember when the Olympic doctor was implicated in all that stuff? I think Larry Nasser. You remember him?
Yeah, was that the one that was messing with the gymnastic girls?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know how deep that rabbit hole goes. We don't.
And it's the thing, like, most of the pedos are coaches, bro. Like, around these little ass kids on a daily basis, and trusted in these.
Think about what you just said. The coaches. We just talked about the doctor who was in that. We just talked about other day on the show. We talked about the photography company that was involved in, could have potentially been involved in that. So it goes so deep. Yeah. It goes so deep if you go to connect some of these dots, man.
Right.
And these people are trusted in their communities, bro. Like majority of them are pillars in their community.
Yeah. So it makes you sit back and wonder, right? Now, all of these different industries that you think aren't connected are really connected by one thing: PDFing.
Mm-hmm.
PDFing. That's where they all. When you sit here and think about it, this is where they're all connected at. Okay, a talent agency that probably signed a lot of underage talent to their rosters. Kids that were not technically, they weren't 18 yet. So they needed their parents there and all this, but their parents put them, signed to these talent agencies, and then the parents ain't always around, and then they're getting groomed by these Hollywood handlers and people that are a part of the agency. And then you have what was the name of the camera company that took the pictures of the kids?
Live Touch.
Okay, so now they have the consent to all your kids' photos and all of this other stuff when they take pictures of them, and it's just, when you sit there and look at it, they all have connections to children, and they all get trusted with children. The Olympics, kids start from young ages around these coaches to learn the trade or learn the sport to whatever they're in to get good at the sport. They're around these coaches 24/7, 365 sometimes, because they have to be at these practices day in, day out. They have to be, locked in to get good, and the parents entrusting them. So it all makes sense why he's even in the Olympics when you think about it, because it's not old people in the Olympics. Yes, you have consenting adults, once you get to, a lot of grown people, but it's not older people in the Olympics. And there's a lot of young people that are training to come up into the Olympics. So it makes a lot of sense, man. Like, when you sit back and think about it, all the different industries that are implicated with Epstein, all the different people that are coming out being implicated with Epstein, and what they do, who they are, it's like, okay.
And it's crazy how it all goes back to one man. Epstein.
Donald Trump. Yeah, Epstein.
Yeah, I was about to say Daddy Trump.
That's funny.
Daddy Trump and Epstein is standing at the forefront of all this. Everything comes back to them. Every company that we've talked about, whatever
Like,
we've
that's
talked
the
about when it comes to
connection.
that, it all comes right back to them.
And the connection is PDFing.
Yeah. And nothing is being done, bro. This is what pisses me off. Nothing is being done. But these other countries are taking these guys out, getting them out their position, stripping them of their titles and everything. And these guys are still going on with their day-to-day life while they sit there and argue in court or the DOJ or whatever the fuck they want to call it over some shit that it shouldn't even be an argument about. Like, why are you standing up for these people?
Well, I mean, does the production have the video of the Saudi Arabian government handing some stuff down to somebody just to make the connection of, like we're saying here, that other countries are making full efforts to get people out of their positions. Why not here in America? Obviously, there's something bigger at play, and
billionaires that are resigning over the Epstien files, yet we have 0 people resigned, 0 people fired, 0 people arrested. These are princes that pay to shit on women, and even he has to resign because they're like, yo, what the fuck was you on with Epstein, bro? You like the torture video? We be shitting on girls and it's normal over here. What the fuck was you on? You now have confirmation and an example of exactly how vociferous Epstein really was with this spy cam. As you can see, he looks directly at the camera. And if you're thinking, who broke this news? Not CNN and not Fox News, because both of them are child pedo protecting news coverage services that fucking suck. So, shout out to the UK. As you can see, this is a pan of that room. Now, the camera angle comes from right over here in the cut light peroxide. It's in his own office. So if he's doing this type of weird shit in his own office, imagine just how many other cameras he had on the island or in his other news.
And that's just crazy, bro.
That's a good question. Imagine how many other cameras he got.
I'm pretty sure, man, in every spot on that island where people probably thought that they were safe to go and do what they was doing had a camera or 2.
These guys was making appointments. These guys was beating down the door trying to get to that island, man. Like, these rich, powerful dudes was beating down the door, requesting to be catered to at this island. Like, it had to have been not a secret. It couldn't have been a secret. It couldn't have been too good of a secret.
All the elite knew about it.
They knew. This guy knew. Wasserman. Wasserman is
the head talent agency of Hollywood, and his dad ran Hollywood for 4 decades before it passed down to him. So it goes back even to there before Epstein. You know, this thing here is, these practices are ancient practices, what they're doing to these kids. This isn't just recent times, man. This is what people don't understand. This is where these practices are coming from. You know, this is the whole energy and ideology and religion that these people are practicing. Because, like I said, most people don't know about those occultic religions and evil religions that people practice. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it has to do with giving up sacrifices to their gods that they worship. They do this stuff, man. You know what I mean? And these kids are a part of this. This is why, in my opinion, you don't hear here in America, they not coming down on nobody, man, because they evil, bro. They
all
evil.
of them involved in some type of way.
Yeah, they evil, bro. But see, the thing is, everybody think, and we said this on the other show, people think evil is like a horror movie, and, you know, the most evil people gonna come out with a mask and a big old knife and hunt you down at night. Like, no, these are people that are just regular people every day. But when the doors close,
straight
you like, what the, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know that these people are into what they're into, right? And you will not expect them to be what they're into. That's why they have to make certain people the face of evil. Why they gotta make certain people the face of evil so you don't get looked at. They don't even think, they don't
because they want to paint that picture in your head of what evil should look like. They ain't
Exactly.
trying to show you what it really looks like.
Exactly, man. And
It looks like Epstien. It looks like your president. It looks like the Saudi prince. It looks like this guy.
Yep. They don't want you. They don't want that to be the face of evil. They want that to look like what you want to be, what you want to strive for. That's the look of, you know what I mean. Those are the people of success. That's real success there. Not you want to strive to be like this, but you're not knowing once you strive to get there. Guess what? It's a whole nother thing going on once you get there. You be like, man, hold on. Tupac said something like that, man. He got a clip where he said, I got out the street to get away from certain things, and then I get to where they told me to get to. These motherfuckers is worse than the motherfuckers in the street.
And that's why a lot of them was taken out, like Michael Jackson was trying to warn us, and we weren't listening.
Yeah.
And they took him on out of here. So it's just crazy, bro. That your president.
So do you think your government compromised?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think it's the whole thing is like the ones that are standing up for them, and the ones that has the power to do something, to take action, can't take actions because they got something on them. Oh yeah, you go ahead and say that you want that y'all gonna come and arrest me, and now everything that I have on you is gonna go out there. So the whole when Pam Bondi was talking about the system, the whole system needs to be torn down and rebuilt.
Yeah.
Everybody that's in power now needs to lose all the power that they have, and the whole system needs to be rebuilt. If not, getting rid of these free people isn't solving the problem because they're still leaving people behind that's already ready to step into that position.
Because when you sit back and you actually think about it, imagine you just wake up tomorrow and real competent people took office in D.C., all your different states. They cleaned house. Like, everybody had to get the fuck up out of there. Could nobody be there anymore. We put competent people that want to see healthcare work. They want to see all their tax dollars, and we actually see where our tax dollars go, to what schools, to what streets. We actually see what we're told. We actually see the system that we're told that's supposed to work for us actually work, because we got the scum up out of our political, our politics, and out of our government. We got real people in there that want to make change, everyday people. All these people that here are compromised, man. They're not for us. They're not for the actual people of the country, and that's just the reality of it. We think it's okay because we get up on a daily basis and everything's still going, and you can get in your car and drive down the street and go do what you got to do, but everything ain't okay, man, because I don't think we should be worrying. We shouldn't be worrying, and we shouldn't be stressing.
But these are the people that are running our country.
Yeah.
At any moment can do anything that they want to do, and nothing is going to be done about it.
Nothing's going to be done about it. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from all of this, that
we worried about other countries and going over and taking from other countries when we have a slew of pedophiles right here in our own country, and we're not doing nothing about it. That is a war in itself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it does make you see why Americans are stockpiling weapons. Everybody got a weapon in America nowadays, even in the states that are not legal.
You have to, bro. You gotta be able to protect yourself, because at any moment, and we see it. They always threaten us with martial law and like, so at any moment, man, you gotta be ready to protect yourself, because these criminals that they are hiring as ICE agents or whatever they want to call themselves. Look at what they're out here doing.
Take that down, production.
A bunch of thugs, and our president does nothing about it. because he called for it.
But is the president just running shit? Because if we're so compromised, that would mean somebody behind the president who we don't know. Because
somebody got their hands up his shit ass.
I mean, but also we talked about it's so many of these people who we don't know their names. We didn't know this guy's name until today. I didn't. Wasserman, he probably is a big name in his industry, but to the wider public, we don't really know that. We've never heard of this guy. And
imagine how much shit he
in his industry. He's the biggest guy in his industry. So yeah, exactly.
Like, this shit just crazy. And like all these people in these powerful positions have access to all kids. A pick of the litter, man. And all they had to do was pick up a picture book and look through it. And say, I want this one. And then somebody's child is being snatched up off the street, never to be seen again.
It reminds me of the movie Hostel back in the day. I don't know if y'all ever saw that movie Hostel. Have y'all ever seen that movie Hostel back in the day?
I think so. I don't remember, but
the premise of the movie is these people basically went to a hotel and they thinking the hotel is just a regular hotel, but they end up being the victims of billionaires and people with money who
hunting them.
That are hunting them, and then they pay to take you out basically and put you in a room and do what they want with you, cut you up and all kinds of. So I mean they show you the predictive programming is what they like to say.
But that's the thing, bro. I've said this once before. Everything that you see in a movie, bro, this ain't something that somebody just thought of and made up in their head, bro. This shit has happened before. A lot of this stuff is going on right now, and they make movies about it, and we sit here and enjoy these movies like it's entertainment. When the whole time this is somebody actually lived that.
Yeah.
They're just throwing it in our face and laughing at us.
Yeah, that movie definitely, especially with Epstien and everything right now, is really made me. They all meet somewhere and they all have so much money, and people will go to a place and they think it's an okay place, but it's not, or they pay to go somewhere and they think it's somewhere cool, or obviously somebody gets trafficked there, gets swept off the street, and they get put in one of these kind of places.
Get on a damn plane and somehow end up falling asleep on the plane and wake up tied up from down well, so a bunch of men can chase them down with rifles.
That's what I mean, and I mean that's what Epstein Island was in the terms of essaying little kids. That's what it was, little kids.
Some people had the fucking nerve to say that some of those girls wanted to be there and enjoy being there. Who in the fuck enjoys being taken advantage of?
Yeah, that was just another sick individual saying that, because there's no way that even makes any sense. But gotta remember, everybody don't think the same.
It was 16 and 17. They still are kids.
Yeah.
They still.
And you were talking about, my bad, but you was talking about the predictive programming. Man, they definitely put all that in all of the SBUs and the NYPDs and the Chicago PDs and all that. All of those stories come straight out of real life, out of stuff that's actually happened, or it's like it's crazy. We look at our entertainment industry as entertainment, but it's even deeper than that. Real life.
It really is. It really is, man. So I know there's gonna be more of these stories coming out. It's not gonna stop. Epstein is he's gonna be headlines as much as our mainstream news doesn't probably want to talk about it on the daily, or will just give you a vague story. the information on what's coming out about people is just going to continue to keep coming out. And
Yeah, we said Diddy had New York in a chokehold. Shit, it seemed like Epstein had the country in a chokehold.
The world, yeah.
I mean the world, because
yeah.
man, everybody wanted to be amongst the who know who in the Epstein world. And this man was, what was he, Israeli?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically an agent, because
supposed to be a spy, and he literally came over here to this country and took over.
Like, man, we literally don't know where he came from and how he came up. This one billionaire just so happened to hire him, and then within 3 years, he was signing all this shit over to him, and had signed over a matching work so much to him, and it just didn't even make sense why, you know, that this billionaire would be doing this. So these people are tapped into something, man. I don't know what it is, but it is something. Gotta be.
I was joking about the Illuminati shit. Don't y'all come knocking at my door. I changed my mind.
Man.
I'll take that contract, though.
Man.
No, I don't want that contract.
No, we good.
Because it's a lot of unintended consequences come along with stuff like that. But it's so much coming out, man. Even this government thing, I saw recently they asked Obama about aliens, and you know, he kind of gave his slick little politician answer, but he said they do exist or something.
Yeah,
it's
but
something
he's
vague.
never seen them.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, we think about it, bro. They've been making alien movies for forever now. Where the hell you think they get the idea from? Somebody has had seen one.
And Obama said he refutes the notion of them being held at Area 51 or some underground facility.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Where are the aliens?
That was the first thing they showed your ass.
Obama, and then he give you that little smile, like, oh, where's the aliens? Like that's the right answer. Like, he always know the right answer to say. They definitely showed you, and I don't know. I guess he can't tell you. I guess he couldn't just come out and just say, well, yeah, there were some aliens, man, and they told me don't tell you, but I'm tell you. Like, I guess he couldn't do that. That wouldn't.
And even if he did, you wouldn't believe him. You know what I'm saying?
And even if he did, you wouldn't.
People wouldn't believe him for real. You know what I'm saying? The only way people are gonna believe it if they see it, man.
Man,
you would literally have to stand there with one and shake his hand.
If he got hands, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, but Obama, he just do something to me. I don't like him. I like him, but I don't like him because
I ain't gonna have a problem. I didn't vote for him that second time. That first time, I ain't gonna sit here and lie like I voted for him because of his policies, and because I ain't know shit about no politics then. That was the first time I ever sat and watched a president candidate actually speak. And
he can speak well.
He can talk. Yeah,
he's a great speaker.
He gets you with his conversation because he knows how to talk. He knows the right things to say. The first time I voted for him because he was black. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like I did. Shit. I'm tired of saying these old rich ass white man coming here fucking this country up and worse than what it was already. I was like, well, hell, let a nigga do it. Give him a chance. And then they gave him 2. And he still ain't do shit.
Hey. But yeah, man, America. We got Reed. Reed said, "Why would any president go on to that in-depth answer?" Well, they probably wouldn't. Probably would.
If they do, it's nobody. Like I said, nobody's gonna believe it. He said Vlad has always been sneaky. Yeah, I agree with that. Like it's always been something about Vlad that I just didn't trust, man. And I don't know. I really never knew what he looked like until probably about a year ago. I thought he was black, to be honest with you. When I used to see all his interviews and stuff and hear his voice, I thought he was black. But for some reason, man, it's his voice that always just like rubbed me the wrong way. He just seems like a sneaky motherfucker.
No, Vlad done lied on Louis Farrakhan. He done did a lot of little sneaky little shit. He loved black culture, but he always kind of ends up on the other side of issues, you know what I'm saying? Like the Black Lives Matter thing, of course, he was on the other side of that. And it was like, how don't you understand that, especially when you're so ingrained in hip-hop culture and you're, you know, in such close proximity to black people all the time for work. And if I'm not mistaken, he has black kids. So it just don't make sense how he doesn't understand certain issues. But over the years, he demonstrated who he is. He always a lot of kind of manipulative stuff where Vlad do, where a lot of these guys are going on Vlad, getting themselves messed up by talking too much. And, you know, he was looked at as kind of predatory for that. He was looked at as like a predator. He was kind of exploiting his guests and asking some of the police questions.
Yeah, so, but I don't.
Yes, always been sneaky for sure.
I don't blame him for that, because that is him doing his job. This is what we want. We want him to ask these questions. It's up to the person that's being interviewed whether they answer them or not. So when the motherfucker be like, "Oh, Vlad is snitching, Vlad is this," and I'll be sitting there looking at the interview like, "Nigga, you ain't have to answer that question. You could have just kept your mouth closed and said you ain't want to talk about that." But instead, you got this camera and that microphone in your face and you just want to talk. And that's what it gets you. What up, T3?
Fuck Vlad, man. I ain't never liked him. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, who knows, man? He might be wrapped up in all this damn shit too.
He definitely is. He trying to point the finger at Tory Lane. I mean, point the finger at Jay-Z. Now, if something happened to Vlad, we know Jay-Z is a billionaire. And everybody kind of pointing the finger like Jay-Z like a real gangster. Everybody really saying like he's for real, like be on this bullshit. So, Vlad,
ain't nothing happen to that white man.
We'll see. We'll see.
Vlad probably doing an interview right now, laughing. Because he knows ain't shit finna happen to him. Is it? It's just stupid. I feel like he just wants to have his name tied up in something. Because he ain't started saying all this shit because Jay-Z name came up with this and his Epstien shit. So now you using this man's name for what? Because you already got clout.
And look how he started the shit off though, saying like, I have a confession.
The white way you can do it.
Reed Dion said Jay-Z got a lot more power than P. Diddy in the industry.
You think so? I mean, he probably do now. But Diddy was a motherfucker. Shit. Or Diddy, I don't know.
Diddy was doing the stuff they say he was doing. Yeah, these fools got a lot of power for real.
Diddy still got motherfuckers scared to speak his name.
Yeah, buddy.
But who knows, man? All this shit. I'm just honestly tired of it. I'm just ready for it all to come out and be over with. I'm ready for them to go ahead on and arrest and charge.
Lock them up.
Lock their ass up. All of them. Every last one of them. If it sounds like they name, lock their ass up. They was in it. Oprah, get her ass too. Her and Gail, get her ass too.
Get both of them at 80.
Yeah. Get all their ass. The shitty president, get his ass too. He ain't got that much longer anyway, so you might as well lock him up. Shit.
We'll leave it there though.
Hey man, thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, choose life.